Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Bastards postgame show. It's a solo act here tonight, just with me, but I felt it was appropriate to still break down the game here tonight and talk about it with you and, in a way, kind of vent because that was, again, not a good game for the Red Sox. Red Sox losing extra innings in 11 innings, 10-7. A lot to break down in this game due to, again, more miscues, more errors, more injuries, and just more of a disaster for your last placed AL East Red Sox now. They're now 9-9 on the season. That's what we have after 18 games here so far. Your starter, let's break it down first, was Garrett Whitlock. Looked fine for 4 innings, but sound the alarms. Here he comes out of the game with left oblique tightness. It just doesn't stop with Garrett Whitlock. There's always something with this guy, whether it's an arm or oblique, leg, knee, head. I don't know. He's not a starter. He's not. He's not durable enough, but that's what you got right now. After that, the floodgates kind of opened a little bit, and it had to get turned over the bullpen. Joey Rodriguez was a mess, couldn't get the job done. At one point in this game, it was 5-1, but I give the Red Sox some credit. Tristan Casas made a miscue on the bases, but he came through and got a home run to kind of jumpstart the offense and clicking and everything. He got another home run from Connor Wong. He's definitely been a bright spot so far in the season for this team and something that you can actually be happy with. You've gotten a nice production out of your catching tandem, which is breath of fresh air to see. It's exciting to see. At least those guys are going out, giving their all, playing hard. Red Sox were able to come back into this game, made it 6-5, and then the bullpen. Chris Martin did his job, but in comes Kenley Jansen. And many of you know he's been a hot topic here in Boston this beginning parts of the season. Didn't go out into the Seattle game during the early parts of the season because he was slept in his back wrong. And it really kind of set a lot of fans off. And we're like, we're paying $16 million for this guy. Lo and behold, can't hold the fort down against 8-9-1 in the Guardians lineup. And he blew the save, made it 6-6. And the Red Sox had to go into extra innings. After that, again, more jams were escaped. Offense was able to come through in the 10th, came back again, made it 7-7. Greg Weissert came in also in the top of the 10th. He gave up 2 runs. Again, ghost runner on second base. A lot of those times, that runner is going to score. So it makes it a little bit difficult with trying to really get the job done with that ghost runner and setup that they have there. Winchowski came in for the 11th, and I put out a couple tweets, at least one tweet about Winchowski in general, and I said he's definitely regressed, and he's definitely at the point where he looks more to me as a long reliever type, somebody that you just go in there, mop up duty. I don't have that much faith in the guy right now. I just don't. I think the guy has definitely regressed early parts of this season on what we've seen. And in a way, he may have already kind of hit his plateau last season in that dual kind of inning role. But we're definitely not getting a lot of production from him. The bullpen, again, has just kind of been kind of dead in a way with how they've been. It's been hit or miss. We've had good things, obviously, from Chris Martin. We've had bad outings. Bernardino, I think, would be one of your more bright spots to get out of the jam earlier in this game here tonight. But that was kind of the story. But the other issue here outside of Garrett Whitlock is more of a concern, and that has to do with Raffy Devers. He exited the game with a knee issue. Alex Cora said after the game, it kind of came out of nowhere. They are doing some imagery on the knee to see what else is going on. So this is not the shoulder injury that also was keeping him out for a few of the more recent games. It's a big concern. It's a huge concern for this team. We've talked about it before, Brendan and myself, on this show that we do. You can't just keep having dominoes fall and feel okay. There's just really no other backup resources for this team. I mean, you see what happens when Devers goes out of the game. You have to go for Mr. 0 for 18, Bobby Dahlbeck, to play third base. And we all know how that plays itself out. The guy is just not a major leaguer. But you don't have any depth. You never replace certain things. I don't like to keep being that soap opera and beating a dead horse over those same things that we talk about, but there's no replacement for Justin Turner. Trevor Story goes down. You have a whole bunch of miscues, or misfits rather, at shortstop. David Hamilton is still getting the opportunity. Cedane Rafaela has been at short. Now he's back in center because you have issues with outfield now on who's playing, who's coming. It's a mess, folks. It's an absolute mess. And I'm not going to be, we're hopeful. We're hopeful for this. I can't do that for you right now. What I can tell you is what you see is what you get. You don't know what you're going to get, every night. You know you're going to get errors. You know you're going to get inconsistencies. You know your starter's probably not going to get out of 5 innings. That's dangerous baseball. Dangerous. And we knew all this coming into the offseason. And that's what makes it sad, because this is the early beginnings here of your 2024 season. And it already looks like this is just not going to be pretty as the summer comes and good weather comes. And baseball, that's what everybody wants to enjoy. So it was another not so nice one at Fenway Park. Another one will be happening tomorrow, same time, against the Guardians, a team that, in my opinion, the Guardians are much better than the Red Sox. So we'll see what happens here, but I wouldn't be surprised to see an old sweep of the Red Sox by the Guardians. Last thing I want to mention here is there was a familiar friend that was at Fenway Park tonight in the stands watching the game. It's always welcome. It's always nice to see Dennis Eckersley, come back to Fenway Park, and he is so missed in that Red Sox booth on the games. It's unbelievable how much of a loss it is with Eck and Remy and Orsillo, but that's for a whole nother show that we don't want to get into. But anyways, we hope you have a great night. Again, apologize. This is the solo act. I apologize. You just happen to deal with me. Brendan should be back here tomorrow. He was at the game tonight. I already sent my condolences. We'll see you soon.